Hello boys and girls, and welcome back to Robin's Taste. It's been quite a long time ago since we saw each other the last time, but I'm back to do this movie update for your entertainment as usual. Let's start off with Automata. What I like about this science fiction film is that it tells the story of a man and machine. It doesn't tell the story of explosions and non-stop action, it tells the story of heart and humanity. And it goes back to why sci-fi is such an interesting element to discuss about, because it can tell more about us as humans and more about humanity and flesh and stuff like that, more like dramatic takes rather than just explosions and non-stop action and CGI. The director of his film, Gabe Ibanez, had a vision. He put it on the screen and it became something quite different from what Hollywood usually toss out and produce, and it becomes one of the best movies from 2014. I do actually genuinely think this movie is awesome. Bloodsport is from the 80s, and this is a damn good product from this time. If I ever would show anyone what the 80s was like, I'm just gonna pop up this film, because the action scenes are so damn cool. The slow motion punches, the mad screams when Jean-Claude Van Damme is getting blinded, like Aah! He sort of goes apeshit. That is hilarious and so cool at the same time. It's sweaty, it's masculine, it's badass, it's kick-ass. I do love this movie, and I want to see Kickboxer, or whatever that film was called, after being seen this picture. It was really cool. The Predator holds up surprisingly well. After being a kid and seeing it on VHS and seeing it now again, I realized that the visual effects, the blood, the action, the sweat, and the anti-Vietnam propaganda that shows up, holds up surprisingly well. I mean, the final act of this film is so intense that you wonder what's gonna happen next, even though you know that the good guy is gonna win. It's very exciting, it's very intense, and it's something different from what Arnold usually produces. This is one of his best pictures in my opinion, and he's a very good actor as well. You can almost see how terrified he is sometimes, and it's not often you get to see Arnold being scared shitless. The Clint Eastwood collection, and that of course means the Dirty Harry collection. I've only seen the first movie and I saw it yesterday, and that was the first time I saw Dirty Harry, and I was stunned. This is a very unique police story. I mean, it's a movie that doesn't really rely on explosions and shoot sequences. It relies more on the kind of criminality story that is told, the police story. And I do love that the characters can hold up so well. It's a cat versus the mouse kind of story, where Dirty Harry's chasing after this serial killer called Scorpio, and it's a very intense picture. You always wonder what's gonna happen next. And I want to check out the 4 other films in this collection because I'm hooked on this Dirty Harry character. I want to see more. Deadfall. The bad part of this thrilling and pretty exciting thriller is that Oscar Wilde and Eric Bana has a very annoying thick Texas accent that doesn't really work too good for me. Otherwise I think the film is well acted and well directed and well written as well. Not perfect or anything, but it's far away from the worst movie that I've seen. Johnny 2.0. One reason why I bought this movie? Michael Ironside. He doesn't star that much in this film, but he's a secondary character who works for this evil corporation, and it's always badass to see such stuff. What I do like about this picture in genuine is that it's a cyberpunk post-apocalyptic film. Even though it doesn't hold that much of budget and it feels kind of like a low-budget film, the ending of the film is surprisingly much a twist that really works good. And that's what I like about the movie. It takes itself so seriously that the twist actually works really damn cool. I do enjoy this picture and I was surprised to say so. Byzantium. I had two hopes for this picture. Vampires coming back from being kind of ridiculized, and a very cool, sort of surrealistic take on the genre. I got neither of that. I got a bland, dull drama film that happens to include some vampires, and I just didn't care much about the story. I felt very, very cheated. It's almost like I want to call and blame the guy who did this film, or at least did the cover of the picture, because he sort of make a lie to us. And no, I just don't like Byzantium. It was a very boring film. And we'll end this video with a good movie, the neo-giallo film called Tulpa. Tulpa is a so-called giallo picture with very grotesque, gory death scenes, some artistic, beautiful, bizarre, reddish hell light coming almost directly from Suspiria, and a sexual tension that make the film very erotic. All this stuff works really great. The film could have been a tiny bit longer to be able to go more into the deep story of why the killer did what the killer did, because usually giallo films does such things. But nope, after the film is over, the film is over. It only lasts for around 1 hour and 15 minutes or something like that, but it's a pretty cool film. I do think that Tulpa is a pretty cool film, and yeah, it works pretty okay. And that's it. That's everything from me today. Take care, everybody. Goodbye.